Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. I know I have not been uploading videos as much as I would like to be lately. I've been more working on my blog. My one dog loves to look out the window and bark at people or cars. Hear him? I'm gonna try and stop when that happens, but you know, oh well. I've had a blog post typed out. I haven't had this actually up on my blog, but I have like a few drafts of ones that I've been working on and adding stuff to that I'm gonna post here soon. But I thought I'd also do a video because I know sometimes for me personally it's easier to hear these things rather than read through them and such. Originally we were supposed to PCS sometime in June and we had gotten orders to New Mexico, but they canceled our orders and Austin is going through a process right now where most likely he's going to be getting medically discharged. Yeah, so he was on a waiver for a year. After being on a waiver for a year, then usually they like send you up to the med board, and that med board process started back in December, so it's taken 5 months. Not done yet either, but he did just get back from California. Down there he was meeting with the VA down there, and they were kind of going over everything, figuring out his percentage, if he gets medically discharged, what like disability percentage he will get. But because this process did start in December, I had no idea if, you know, we were going to be leaving earlier, because they said we might be leaving April, May is what one doctor said. But obviously here it is May, and we don't even know like if he's staying in or getting out. So don't get your hopes up in the military, because I tried telling myself, I was like, okay, it's probably not going to happen. We're not going to leave then. Me being me, back in December, I was like, oh gosh, well, I don't know when we're going to leave, so I might as well start making lists. Austin would say, I make lists for my list. Like, I have a billion. Got this last year before we went on our Hawaii trip, because what do you know, I wanted to make lists. Just like a little journal, whatnot. Yeah, space A info. When we tried to hop to Hawaii, that didn't work out. Shelby, here's your maid of honor speech. That's fun. And I made a list for a Hawaii trip. Anyways, that's not the point. I, back in December, started making lists of, oh yeah, it's like all over the place. I definitely ripped it. But I have TMO, stuff to like ship home and pack, things to do before we leave, things to sell. Yeah, that was back in December. So I got very excited because we do not like Guam. We would love, we're ready to leave. I was gonna say, it's not that we don't like it, but yes, that we don't like it. We're just, this isn't our place. This wasn't anywhere on his list when he got orders here. So we're not really ocean people. I guess I'm more of an ocean person. He, not at all. I think he's been in the water once since he's been here, and we've almost been here. Well, he's almost been here for 3 years, so that tells you something. Anyways, getting ready to PCS. Not sure when it's gonna happen, but I have been preparing because this is our first one we've done. When Austin came here, he was here for a year before I was, and we got married after he had already been here, and we weren't able to TMO ship any of our stuff. So everything that we have in this house, we've gotten on island. So I haven't gone through the PCS move yet, so I have been, you know, preparing, reading all the things that I should be reading, etc., etc. I'm going to do a list of things that you should do. This can kind of be before you get orders and like maybe once you have your orders, I guess. But they're just some of the stuff that I have been like slowly doing over the months. First, get a notebook, because you're probably gonna make lists. Well, I mean, maybe you won't, but I would assume you will. So get a notebook. I don't have this just for PCS-ing, but I have like a calendar, everything handy to have. From everything that I have been reading, you want to get a binder. In here, I have dividers, more lists. We're just gonna say binder, notebook, and like a calendar so you can keep track of everything. I'm just gonna say this is like PCS stuff, things that maybe you want to just do around the house and all that to get yourself ready. I have number 1, make a million list. But basically I have started to declutter and everything and go through stuff, and I have a few boxes of things that we don't use all the time that I've just like packed away of kind of organize it, things that you want to keep and take to the next space with you, what you want to sell. Like we're gonna have a yard sale here in about a month, and then personally I have made lists of what I want to take, or like what I want to pack household good wise, so the HHG stuff. And then I also have a list of things that we want to send through the unaccompanied baggage, excess baggage, the stuff that's supposed to get there like in less than a month, like 2 to 3 weeks. It goes by plane instead of boat. So I know that the limit, at least for our rank and stuff, is 8,000 pounds for the household goods. And then I believe like of that 8,000, I think it's like 1,000 to 1,500 or something like that. I have to double check for the unaccompanied baggage and stuff, but still that's a decent amount. Yeah, so it's just, you know, start thinking ahead, because I know when that time comes it's going to be extremely stressful. So it's nice to at least have an idea of what you want to send when and everything. I will be doing another video of things that we're going to do like household good wise and things that we're going to do unaccompanied baggage wise. I guess if you're not sure of what to pack in which, watch that one next and maybe that'll help. If you know where you're going, we don't, so that's fun, but hopefully we'll just be going home and that'll be easy. But if you know where you're going, start looking ahead, obviously, seeing if you want to live on base, off base, start looking at houses, and if you're going to buy, maybe start talking to realtors like a few months out and such. That way when you get there you don't have to stay in a hotel for very long and all that. My number 3 on the list, save, save, save. Save all you can. We put away money each month. 1, pay off our credit card, and 2, like into savings. But definitely just from like hearing experiences and just knowing that we should do this, we're gonna have like our credit card totally paid off at 0 by the time we leave here, just because you never know what's gonna happen. I've heard so many stories of people getting screwed. You have to pay for this or that, and it's like, it would be nice to know that we have money that way. But also be sure you have a savings. Actually, I don't know, I guess you don't have to have a savings, but it would be nice if you did have a budget, because I know once our stuff all gets packed out, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to make food at home. I know that we can like rent pots and pans from, why can't I think of the place on base? I don't know, the Help Center, something like that, whatever. I don't know why I can't think of it. I go there all the time. But I know that you can like rent stuff from there, or go to the Airman's Attic and get like pots and pans just for a few weeks or whatnot, take them back, or go out to dinner and stuff, but that can get expensive. So recommend budgeting for having to eat out when you leave and when you get to your new station. Obviously, this is once you get your orders. Look at scheduling like the movers to come. If you'd rather, we've talked about this, I don't know if we would rather go longer here in Guam without our stuff, or longer, we're thinking home without our stuff. We've said longer at home without our stuff, since we'll probably be around family and such. It would be easier to send our stuff out, you know, maybe like a week before we leave or something. That way we're not without all of our stuff for a while. But that's something to think about. This was something obviously I didn't go through when I came here, but I have read a lot about. 1, take lots and lots of pictures of everything that you have, especially the expensive stuff like electronics. Make sure you document it all, and like know if anything is damaged, or has like the couch or whatever, if it has big, I don't know, damaged spots on it, whatever. Make sure you document that, so that if something else does happen along the move, like they're held responsible, you know. And also I have read to write down all the serial numbers on your big electronic stuff. Just, I guess, you know, make sure that you get your right electronics. But I had never thought about that, but I thought that was a good idea. Document this stuff like in your notebook that you have for PCS-ing. That way it's not just on like some random piece of paper that you lose. And last thing before you know, you get out of your house, try and use up all the like freezer and fridge items or pantry items that you can. I know I've been like doing more baking, trying to use up some of my like flour and sugars that I have, just so that doesn't go to waste. Last thing, if you have pets, be sure to think ahead on that. I know that back in December and January, we started getting their airline kennels. We got one like each paycheck because they're not cheap. We got those ahead of time because we knew closer to when we PCS, we're just gonna be a little bit tighter on money. Better just plan ahead, and the BX and stuff here isn't always stocked with kennels, and we're like, we just know with our luck that we're gonna get screwed and they're not gonna have them when we need them. So we just got them ahead of time and have stored them. My house does look like I own like a dog kennel because we have 6 kennels in the house right now, but that's okay. That's pretty much it so far that I have done. I've really just been trying to make my list of everything that I want to keep and sell, and what I want to like ship ahead. Like I heard that you can't take lotions or pack lotions through the household goods, so I'm obviously going to take all those and send them to my parents. They can just hold on to those for me. And like candles, I heard the candles have to have lids on them, so I've been trying to use up all my candles that don't have lids anyways. And yeah, just slowly starting to like get the house really organized, declutter. I hope this video is helpful. Yeah, so I will be doing more of these, especially as we get closer and telling you our experiences and whatnot. That is all for today. Thank you for watching, and if you have any other questions or whatnot, comment below. I will try to answer them, or if you have any other like video recommendations for me to do, let me know. Thanks for watching.